Did you know that nearly half the home sellers in the U.S. are now giving buyers extra perks just to get the deal closed? I'm talking about real money, things like paying for your closing costs, covering a mortgage rate buy down, even tossing in months or years of HOA fees. According to a recent study by Redfin, 44.4% of homes sold in early 2025 included concessions like these. That's nearly a record high. So, of course, during the unicorn years of real estate from 2020 to about 2022, it was unheard of. Like, sellers were not going to negotiate the list price, they weren't going to pay closing costs, they weren't going to do all those things. And so that's kind of a sign of a shifting market. Listings, we've got more inventory now than we've had the past couple of years, and buyers do have more options. So sellers are feeling that pressure, especially those who bought maybe during the unicorn years, and they're trying to protect their bottom line without having to negotiate their price. Instead of dropping the price, they're offering incentives to sweeten the deal, so to speak. So you think of it this way: you might not see a huge price cut, but the savings can still be there. That's why I always tell buyers, ask for concessions. You might end up getting a better deal than you think. And some sellers are opting to offer to pay for a mortgage rate buy down rather than lower their price by the same amount, because it ends up saving the buyer a heck of a lot more money. Putting $10,000 towards a rate buy down could save a buyer $150 a month, whereas slashing their price $10,000 is only going to save that buyer maybe $4 a month. So, in hot spots like Seattle and Portland, over 60 to 70% of the sellers are currently doing this. And it's not just the fixer-uppers. Even new builds and condos are seeing big incentives for buyers. So here's the bottom line. If you're thinking about buying, now might be the time to get creative with your offer. And if you're selling, you need a strategy that's going to go beyond just the price of your home. Drop a comment if you're seeing seller concessions in your area, or if you're a buyer and you've used seller concessions to get your deal done.